General Peter Pace's life, early life, and education. Born November 5, 1945. Birthplace Brooklyn, New York, USA. Raised in Teaneck, New Jersey. Parents Italian-American immigrants. High school Teaneck High School. College United States Naval Academy. Graduated in 1967. Further education M.B.A. George Washington University, Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government, Senior Executive Program. Military Career Overview 1967 to 2007. Commissioning and Early Service 1967, 1968. 1967. Graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy. Commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. Signed to 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Division. Vietnam War 1968-1969. Deployed to Vietnam as a platoon leader. Participated in combat operations in Khe Sanh Valley. Earned the Bronze Star Medal with Combat V for Valor. Lessons from this tour shaped his commitment to leadership and ethical command, rising through the ranks. 1970s-1980s. Held various command and staff assignments: company commander and battalion, executive officer, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Camp Pendleton, and Quantico. Advanced to lieutenant colonel and later colonel. Focused on training, readiness, and modernization, strategic and joint operations roles. 1990s. Held major operational and planning roles: commanding general, Marine Forces Somalia 1992-1993. During Operation Restore Hope, commander, 2nd Marine Division. Director of Operations, J3. Joint Chiefs of Staff 1996 to 2000. Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff 2001 to 2005. Appointed Vice Chairman under General Richard B. Myers. First Marine Corps officer to serve in this post. Provided top-level strategic counsel post-9/11. Instrumental in shaping initial U.S. response in Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff 2005 to 2007. Became 16th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, 1st Marine in history to hold this position. Senior-most military advisor to President George W. Bush. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. Robert Gates. National Security Council. Oversaw critical decisions during height of Iraq insurgency planning of 2007. Iraq surgically debates on Afghanistan troop escalation. Retirement 2007. Retired after 40 years of military service. Declined renomination due to political tensions in Congress over Iraq. Were honored with Presidential Medal of Freedom 2008. For his lifetime of service decorations and honors. Defense Distinguished Service Medal for awards. Bronze Star with V. Legion of Merit. Presidential Medal of Freedom. Numerous campaign and service ribbons. Family and personal life. Family background. Ethnicity Italian-American. Born to working-class immigrant parents in Brooklyn, New York. Raised in Teaneck, New Jersey. His upbringing emphasized discipline, faith, hard work, and patriotism. Strong Roman Catholic values played a guiding role throughout his life. Marriage and children. Wife Lynn, devoted spouse and longtime supporter of military families, active in volunteer work for military-related causes during her husband's career. Children: one son, one daughter. Both children grew up in a disciplined but nurturing military family environment. Pace family moved frequently due to military assignments. Personality and beliefs: known for his modesty, faith, and moral integrity. Deeply religious. Regularly spoke about ethical leadership in military service, advocated for military families, veteran support, and ethical conduct in wartime. Decision mocking admired for balancing the pressures of high command with strong family values. Post-retirement life after retiring in 2007. General Pace joined nonprofit and corporate boards, lectured on leadership and ethics, advocated for the care of wounded veterans and military mental health services. Enjoys time with family and grandchildren. Continues to engage in mentorship and public service. Current residence. Lives a private life, primarily on the East Coast of the United States occasionally appears at military academies, conferences, and patriotic events, Surly Service and Vietnam War Commissioning, and First Assignment 1967, graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy, commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps, assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Division. Deployment to Vietnam 1968. Deployed to Vietnam in 1968 at the height of the conflict. Served as a platoon leader and later company executive officer. Conducted operations in Quezon Valley, one of the most intense combat zones. Combat experience led Marines in direct combat engagements against North Vietnamese Army, NVA, and Viet Cong forces. Faced extremely hostile conditions, including ambushes, jungle warfare, and civilian complexities. Demonstrated courage under fire and deep commitment to troop welfare. Awards and recognition: awarded the Bronze Star Medal with Combat V for valor. Commended for leadership, bravery, and tactical skill in combat operations. His leadership during this period shaped his core values: responsibility, honor, and ethical command. Legacy of Vietnam experience. Often spoke about the emotional and moral weight of combat leadership. Credited this formative period with teaching him how to lead America's sons and daughters. With compassion and conviction, maintained a deep, lifelong commitment to the well-being of enlisted Marines. Notable contributions and events: 1st Marine as Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, 2005. General Peter Pace became the first U.S. Marine Corps officer in history to serve as Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranking military position in the USA. Groundbreaking moment for the Marine Corps, symbolizing its growing influence in joint military leadership. Leadership during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. Served during the most challenging years of the global war on terror, including the height of the Iraq insurgency 2005-2007 and ongoing operations in Afghanistan. Helped advise the President, Defense Secretaries, and National Security Council on troop levels, strategy, and counterinsurgency operations. Supported General David Petraeus's 2007 Iraq surge, which led to a temporary decline in violence. Focus on ethics and moral leadership, known for promoting moral courage and accountability in military leadership. Famously stated, "A leader must always stand up for what is right, even when it's not popular." Insisted on high ethical standards in all ranks and emphasized integrity as a pillar of effective command. Advocate for troop welfare and military families. Advocated strongly for the needs of service members, wounded veterans, and their families. Supported improvements in mental health services, combat stress recovery, and rehabilitation programs for returning troops. Pushed for better medical and emotional support systems for troops returning from Iraq and Afghanistan. Presidential Medal of Freedom 2008. Awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President George W. Bush in 2008. The highest civilian honor in the U.S., recognized for 4 decades of distinguished service, ethical leadership, and his historic role as a Marine in top military command. Public diplomacy and coalition engagement. Worked closely with NATO allies, coalition partners, and international military leaders. Emphasized multinational cooperation in Iraq and Afghanistan. Encouraged public diplomacy as a tool for strategic influence beyond battlefield operations. Controversial non-renomination 2007. Despite his outstanding service, General Pace was not renominated for a second term as chairman in 2007. The decision was driven by political tensions in Congress over the Iraq War, not by performance. This move drew criticism from many defense analysts and lawmakers, who viewed it as a loss of an experienced and principled leader. Awards and decorations. Top Military Honors. Presidential Medal of Freedom 2008, awarded by President George W. Bush for outstanding service and leadership, the highest civilian award in the United States. Defense Distinguished Service Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters. Awarded for exceptionally meritorious service in a position of great responsibility, one of the highest military decorations awarded by the Department of Defense, distinguished Service Medal USMC for exceptionally meritorious service to the government in a duty of great responsibility. Combat and Valor Awards Bronze Star Medal, with Combat V for heroic or meritorious achievement in a combat zone during the Vietnam War Combat Action Ribbon for active participation in ground or surface combat in Vietnam. Meritorious Service and Leadership Medals Defense Superior Service Medal. Morasutsi Service Medal for Superior Meritorious Service in a Position of Significant Responsibility Legion of Merit for exceptionally meritorious conduct in performance of outstanding service and achievements. Meritorious Service Medal Service and Campaign Medals. National Defense Service Medal with Bronze Star Device. Vietnam Service Medal with 3 Campaign Stars. Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. ROC Campaign Medal, Medal Foreign and International Awards Vietnam. Campaign Medal Republic of Vietnam. Order of Merit Italy. NATO Medal Leather. Foreign decorations for coalition and multinational military cooperation.